Hey guys, Devin Anthony here, Airstream of Buffalo. Today we are going to be doing a brief walkthrough on a 2025 Caravel. Now this one is going to be the 22 front bed. The Caravel is going to come in 3 different floor plans. So you can get the 16 RB, the 20 FB, or the 22 FB. This is going to be the largest single axle trailer that Airstream makes. There's a couple cool features about this. Obviously it is going to be a lightweight trailer, but it still gives you all of the amenities that that Airstream has to offer. Yeah, well, we'll start off, you know, coming down the side here. Obviously up above me you are going to have that zip-D awning with the sunbrella fabric. That is going to be tried and true. It is going to be a manual awning, as well as the gray fabric on there. It's going to be UV resistant as well as mold and mildew resistant. That helps with Airstream's emerald rated green level. So very nice on that. You are going to have some exterior storage on here. Now keep in mind, this is the front bed. Being that it's a single axle, you don't get a choice in twin or queen. You're gonna have a full bed up front. But they still give you plenty of access to storage underneath, lockable storage as well. So that is going to be your deadbolt lock. Under here you are going to have a stabilizer jack. Throughout the trailer around it, you're going to have 4 points of stabilization that you bring down, as well as your wheels. So really 6 points of contact, plus another one at the tongue, 7 points of contact when you're fully set up. Around the front, on a Caravel, comes standard with that steel rock guard. There's Bambi and Caravel are going to come with the same floor plans. So some of the differentiating features between the two, the first one you'll notice is the steel rock guard. Airstream, obviously up front, you're going to have that panoramic windows with the solar guards. That's going to be on everything. But this is going to be like it's almost like a motorcycle. I say it all the time. It's like a motorcycle visor. So that material is made to take the brunt of any rocks or anything like that that might get kicked up. And instead of breaking your glass, it's designed to take the force of that. It's pretty durable. It is sacrificial though. So if one breaks, you just replace it. It's designed pretty easily to do that as well. Coming around the back here, under here you do have 2 100 amp hour lithium batteries for a combined total of 200 amp hours of lithium. This is going to be a lockable storage. As well, on the side you're going to have a heater switch here, so when the temperature starts to drop, you can flip that switch and have the internal heaters on that battery working, so you're always going to be able to use those batteries instead of having your batteries too cold and then they just don't produce as much power anymore. Under here you are going to have 2 20-pound propane tanks, so plenty of propane for, you know, a small trailer like this. This is really going to be great for, you know, some weekend camping, maybe a week or 2 at a time. But I mean, if I've had people that have lived out of one for 6 months when their house was being built. So realistically, I don't want to limit you, but typically I see, you know, my clients that come in that buy something of this size, it's a week or so at a time that they're kind of looking to go out and camp in style as well, right? Up front, you're going to have the power jack, so up and down at a press of a button. If you're doing it at night, you have this light here. I always say it, but it's also great at night. You leave that light on. It's a reminder that there's something up here. That way you don't hit your shins on the ball. That really, really hurts, and I don't wish that pain on anybody. It sucks. Under here, this Demco, right, the Easy, that really is phenomenal. Like, I just touched it. I don't know if you guys have had trailers before in your life. Normally, if you're touching the hitch on there, your fingers are going to come away greasy. This makes it very simple, very clean, and it locks into place right there. It's simple, nice and easy. Coming around the side, actually real quick, I always forget, you always have that propane port up front. So that's gonna be your liquid propane. If you want to attach a grill or anything like that, you can do that without having to bring an extra propane tank. It'll draw right from the two here, okay? Coming down the side on the Caravel, you're gonna notice that you're gonna have those classic Airstream windows. Now those windows are made at Airstream itself. They're tempered glass, so they're installed there. Every single window that opens will have a rain gutter over the top of it. This is going to have the optional window awning package as well. So this awning will come down, keeps the sun out, it helps regulate the temperature on the inside. It's a great feature. Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about the small things that Airstream does, and having on a small single axle trailer, that second awning on this side to keep the sun down from beating in on there and warming it up and keeping it nice and hot. It's great. You do have your on-demand hot water heater here, so that's, you know, very, very simple. It's a Girard product, so I mean, it's tried and true. That name has been around in the RV industry for quite a while. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna give you on-demand hot water. You can take very, very long showers if you want to. You can realistically do whatever the heck you need to do with it. One of the things people are like, okay, well, you know, tank sizes, even if I take long showers, like my tank's gonna fill up on the gray water. Yes, but you could also use this outdoor shower here, okay? So that's gonna give you hot and cold water. You can shower outside, you can set up a nice little shower ring. If you're boondocking, like, who cares? Something I do like pointing out, and if you've watched any of my videos in the past, you'll know what I'm about to say. So all of this foam right here it's a closed cell foam that helps waterproof the Airstream itself. It's a lot more durable. The longevity of it is going to last way longer than anything else out there on the market. So it helps maintain the trailer. You don't really have to do a whole lot of, you know, yearly maintenance on it. Obviously you're going to want to service everything, but when it comes to like butyl putty cracking and drying out on you and, oh, is it good, is it not good, guess what, that gasket saves a whole lot of time, effort. It gives you peace of mind. It's really nice, and that's on every single cutout. Right here, that is going to be your smart plug connection. Airstream has done that on all of their trailers and their motorized. Now what that does is it gives you 20% more metal to metal contact, so your electrical system is going to run smoother. It also allows you to just clip on there very quickly. You got two clips on either side, instead of twisting it on and cross-threading it, and, you know, setting up at night sucks with the old style. With this one, it's very simple. You just clip it in there and you're good to go. This other one though, this is what, you know, you're gonna hook up to if you want, you know, Wi-Fi or cable or anything like that. It has that ability to just plug in right there. You can literally have a Starlink satellite and have internet inside with just plugging in. It's freaking sweet. Around here, this is going to be your freshwater inlet, and then right below that is going to be your black tank flush. With the freshwater inlet, that is going to be pressure regulated to 50 psi. So that gives you a lot of security in knowing that your plumbing is not going to be overpressurized. You don't have to worry about what the campground pressure is. There's an internal pressure regulator. You're good to go. You plug in. It's simple, it's safe, it's smooth, just peace of mind. And then below, I mentioned the black tank flush. And what that's going to allow you to do is clean out that black tank very sanitarily too, right? You're not bringing a hose in through the camper and putting it down into the toilet. You're not putting a 5-gallon bucket down there and dumping it in and trying to and hoping it's going to clean it, right? When you dump your tanks down here, afterwards, run your black tank flush, let it, you know, clean itself out, and it keeps that tank from building up any mildew or grime or whatever else can grow in there. Hopefully you're using your chemicals as well to help maintain it, but nice feature there. Coming around to the back, there's a couple differentiating features here than there would be on a Bambi. So the first one, obviously you have the rear window awning. The second one, you're gonna have 2 taillights as opposed to 1. I noticed, I said that they have the same floor plan. This is one of the key features that you can tell from the outside, as well as the bumper. Okay, so on a Caravel, you get a bumper, and that bumper will give you plenty of storage on the inside. Look at, I mean, I got my power cable, that smart plug. I also have my awning tool as well as my jack tool, and it's just, I mean, you could probably fit a couple hoses in there, some gloves, things like that for, you know, setting up at the campground. Makes it simple, very easy. Now, coming around and into the side here, I always like to kind of just show this. If you bring pets with you, one of the things that pets do at a screen door is they'll jump up on it and they'll tear that screen apart. You're already getting a screen protector on the bottom as well as on the top. This will close when you're inside. You can close that off. You don't have to see the handle or anything like that. But come on in, check it out. Aluminum step as well. Once we get on the inside here, this is going to be, like I said, the largest single axle floor plan that Airstream makes. In the back, you're going to have a very similar bathroom, if not identical, to a 23-foot floor plan up from here, right? Nice tall toilet. I'm 6 foot tall. I can very comfortably sit on here. You have storage on the side here, so plenty of storage. Inside the door here, you have a place for your toilet paper, lots of storage under the sink. Right to my left here, you do have the water heater control panel, as well as, you know, your battery level, tank monitors, everything like that. Just where it makes sense, right? Like, you're gonna be using the bathroom, you might as well have your tank level monitor in the bathroom. Like, it makes sense. Into the shower, you have a very workable space. So the door on here, you're gonna have an actual door. Plenty of workable space here. That clicks, it's adjustable. You have your closed, your line, hot, cold water, shelf above. Like, who does that? That just, it's really smart. It's a good design. You also have a seat in here too. Not every Airstream shower is going to have a seat. So if you want a seat, this is a very good option for you. You also are going to have storage here. Now it's all fiberglass in here, so it's very durable. It's long lasting, just kind of like everything else that Airstream does, right? They're engineers. I would hate to be an engineer at Airstream, because they're tasked with making a travel trailer, a house that travels down the road, right? They're tasked with making that house last 80 years as it's traveling through earthquakes and hurricanes and tornadoes. Like, mind-boggling how they do it, but it is so well built that they last for a very, very, very long time. Anyway, coming around, obviously, that's a fridge. Cool. What is pretty neat about it, though, in the fridge, you have a dedicated freezer space. Now, that freezer has a little magnet there, so you don't have to worry about it coming down. Like, I've had this thing running for, I don't know, 20 minutes, and you can already feel the temperature in there. So at 45 minutes of the trailer being turned on and the battery being running, the fridge will be down to food-safe temperatures. So no more, you know, turning it on the day before, or, you know, for not turning it on the day before, bringing an ice chest with you to camp to keep your food good before your fridge is down to temperature. No, you throw your food in within 45 minutes, it's down to food safe temperatures. It's fantastic. It's got plenty of storage. It's got a nice TV here on a swivel. It's a little stiff because it's new, but TV on a swivel, so when you're sitting at the dinette, you actually have, you know, access to it. It just makes sense. If you're over in bed, you can have it over there. Clocks in. You're also going to have an inverter. So the power inverter right here, I believe it's 1,000 watt. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure it is. And then you'll see the inverted outlets are going to have a specific sticker on them. So like this one will say GFCI protected. That one will say inverted outlet. So this one you can run like actual home appliances off of it. This one is going to be 12 volt. Just to, you know, help differentiate which outlets are what. Makes it easy. Now, on the Caravel, the overhead storage is going to be similar to the Bambi, but it's going to be a little bit deeper. You're going to have a frosted glass frontage. You're going to have this beautiful JL audio, you know, heads-up display here, inverted GFCI outlet, as well as, you know, a USB. It's hidden, it's out of the way. You have a shelf on top of there. It makes sense. The kitchen area is pretty cool too. So light on the hood. You have a fan that vents out. This, I kid you not, this is probably one of my favorite features of the Caravel. This stove, this range is gorgeous. It is the same range. You won't see this again in the Airstream lineup until you're in a classic, right? Just let that sink in for a second. That, even though you're in a single axle trailer, you're still getting the high end, top of the line quality products that you know, is in a classic 33 front bed. It's just, it's amazing. Underneath you do have the microwave. That's going to be a convection microwave, so it's an oven, it's an air fryer, it's a microwave, it's whatever you need it to be. You do have a small little pantry there, drop down storage there. And before I forget, I haven't shown you the biggest part of storage here. Check out that wardrobe, right? That's huge. You can fit a whole bunch of clothes in there and still have room for more. This will move. This slides around. So it's nice and easy to, you know, fit 3 or 4 people here, because this will move around. It adjusts, it allows people to get back into this tighter area. It's big guy friendly, as I like to say. And it's also going to be a spot that you can sleep your guests. So this on the side, these clamps, you undo those, you push down, and the whole thing drops down into a bed. Very simple, very easy. Obviously you have to get the cushions underneath the table, but it just makes for a nice, easy experience. Instead of having to wrestle with the table, taking the legs out of the bottom of the table, taking the legs out of the floor. 2 clamps, push it down, put the cushions on top, roll the cushions over, you got yourself a bed. Can't get any better than that. Under the sink, you are going to have your silverware holder. That's a must-have. You're going to have dedicated garbage space as well. Plenty of storage under there. Obviously the sink is huge as well, right? Deep stainless steel sink, articulating faucet, so that goes there. You have spray or fill mode on here, and then you can also just turn it off or on. So if you don't want to waste any hot water and you're waiting for that water to come to the faucet hot, you can just turn the faucet off, not fill up your gray tanks. It's a good use of space. Up above me, I have this fantastic fan. So when that is on and all of your windows that open are open, the amount of airflow that comes through here is amazing. But that's going to draw all of the air out. It creates a very, very nice airflow. You have a speaker up here. You're going to have another speaker there, and then 2 speakers up front for that JL audio system that I was talking about in here. But another thing with the Caravel, single axle, We are now going to ducted air conditioning, right? So that quiet stream air conditioning, adjustable AC vents, so you can point where you want the cold air to go. It's functional. It's very nice. You don't get the dump. You actually get your air conditioning with a filter. You swap that filter out, the roof mount, you know, so it's up and out of the way. It gives you all the headroom that you need. When you're moving up into the bed area, on the 22, you get quite a bit of space up here. I got my shoes on, so I'm not gonna lay on the bed itself. A lot of storage space, again, up top, right? You got your speakers as well on either side. You also have storage under the dinette on this side. Let me pull this box of goodies out of the way real quick. You're gonna have storage over here under the dinette. You're gonna have storage in here, an outlet over here, USB and USB-C, and then your lights in here are on a dimmer. So if I hold it, they come down or they go up, right? So if you're reading at night and you want the lights a little bit lower, you can dim the lights down and make for a nice, you know, calming environment. Guys, this, like I said, quick walkthrough on the largest floor plan that Airstream makes on a single axle. If you have any questions, give me a call. If you want to buy this, give me a call. If there's anything that I can do for you, my number is 716-748-5565. Now, my only rule with that, don't call me after 10 p.m., please. I'll be asleep and I'm not going to answer, and I'll feel bad for not answering, so wait till morning. Have a good one.